I don't really know how to open this up. Over the last 2 episodes, certain things have become very clear. You knew that, and so did I. This confidence, however, for me, was soon short-lived. There's no other way to explain it. Everything got flipped on its head this time around. It was one surprise after another. I may as well just show you rather than making an ass of myself trying to explain this any further. Welcome back to the WipEout Gauntlet. If you'll recall, my last failure in episode 1 was on this specific race using this specific pilot on this specific speed class. However, part of that was made worse by the fact I only had 2 attempts to succeed, putting more pressure on me. I was hoping that now, with 10 attempts, things would be different this time. That looked like it was going to get annoying like it usually does. Despite that, I was no longer stone dead lost, but there was a worry that 7th would be the highest I'd get. I soon had eyes on something that cast my doubts aside. The chase was on. That was just bad timing. It looked like I was making a mess of things. This slow progression was making me anxious. As if I didn't have enough to fixate on already. I was making things worse for myself. I set off, hoping to claw something back from this, but I couldn't. This run wasn't much better. I got 7th, lost it, got it again, but nothing else happened after that. I don't know how I managed to screw that up. Or that. I almost landed that shot. Almost. Well, so much for that showing promising signs.
Almost had him again.
Every single time I tried to inch ahead in this run, my progress got swept away. This guy was seriously rubbing me the wrong way. It's like he was breathing down my neck, waiting for the next mistake I made, big or small. On this run, it looked like things were turning around, if only slightly. Got 7th, got 6th, and that's how the race ended. I wanted to believe this was the start of a comeback. The rest of this circuit is fine. It's this bit that pisses me off more than anything. This rotten motherfucker was giving me trouble once again. One other thing has come to light since I started this. I now know which opponents I'll get the most trouble from. That shitbag is one of them. At this rate, I knew I'd finish 7th yet again. Despite my doubts, I managed to claim 6th. Would I be able to climb any higher, though? Sadly not.
3, 2, 1, go!
It looked like history was going to repeat itself. Just when I thought I had the upper hand. This guy was right up my ass. At this stage, I was certain I secured 7th, but it came at a cost.
3, 2, 1, go!
Why didn't I wait for that guy's shield to expire before taking that shot? That guy is one of the other opponents who gives me the most trouble. For a split second, I didn't know what was going on with the missile lock. A bit hard to tell if I landed that shot. This was great. I was taking positions left and right. If I stayed focused, I could win this. The end result, however, implied otherwise.
3, 2, 1, go!
Last thing I needed. Looking back at it, using that second turbo in mid-air seemed a bit pointless. Yet another thing I've got no excuse for. Upon seeing this, one unwelcome thought was replaced with another. Because of the timing of this, it felt certain failure was inevitable. Shot was perfect. That collision ruined things, though. I'd somehow managed to make more of a mess of that than usual. Infuriating to say the least. Every few inches, I got knocked down a notch. I was seriously running out of patience with this crap.
Missile.
At least I beat that pain in the ass.
3, 2, 1, go!
Same shit, different run. A bit messy, but that could have been worse. Sucks to be you.
Missile.
With a heavy ship, you sometimes need to turn early on corners, and trying to work the timing out is more annoying than you'd think. With things under control, I began to chase down the rest of the pack, but I couldn't close the stupidly large gap again.
3, 2, 1, go!
I thought I could do this. Obviously not. This was an absolute piss take. 3 times I have failed here on Rapier class. 3. Surely this little roadblock couldn't stop me for much longer. Right? Nope. I'd just like to point something out before we move on. This was right at the end of the 6th run. That's the closest I've ever gotten to breaking the trend. I was so pissed off about that. Truth be told, it felt like I had more of a chance here. I was using one of the Pfizer pilots. Pfizer ships are well known for superb handling, which is very useful on a track like this. And I've already done this once before with the other pilot from Pfizer and succeeded. I felt optimistic.
3, 2, 1, go!
See what I mean about the handling? I didn't need to take these turns so early, so why was I? See previous statement. Once again, flying like an idiot bit me in the ass. This didn't look great so far. What a nub. So close. That was fast thinking from the one in front of me, going wide at the last second to avoid getting it. This didn't look so bad now. I knew I wasn't going to win. But this loss wouldn't feel so humiliating now. That's just not cricket. That didn't take long. I just couldn't be arsed with this shit. Now that what I call swift payback. What a disaster.
3, 2, 1, go!
Not even 10 seconds in, and already I was loving how this was going. This is kind of anticlimactic. My climb hadn't been brought to a stop like usual. I was not about to let this slip through my fingers. And with that, I was sure I'd more than widened the gap. But I couldn't close the gap between me and second. Wasn't that big of a deal though. After 21 failed attempts, something finally went right. I was over the moon. The circumstances were different this time. I didn't know if that was going to mean anything or not.
3, 2, 1, go!
Something was noticeable here. Something that made me less annoyed. I don't really need to explain what it was though. Ever as always, my work was cut out for me. I hate that I couldn't shake this guy. I just get so mad when my opponents are more on my ass than normal, because it almost always fucks up my chance of success. This was certainly a surprise. Could you call that a needle thread? It looked like luck was on my side. Not for long though.
3, 2, 1, go!
Why did I go wide? Aiming to make up for my mistakes, I put the hammer right down, but there wasn't much point.
3, 2, 1, go!
Even hit with a disruption weapon, this guy manages to cause problems for me.
Shockwave. Missile.
I was lucky enough to dodge 2 bullets in a row, but this was not a time to lower my guard. I needed to make as wide a gap between me and that guy behind me as I possibly could. This was one of those now or never situations. This was bad. Thanks to my Alia cock-up, I lost 6th and didn't see it again until much later.
Missed idle.
At least this was slightly better than the previous run. I was getting slightly worried at this point.
3, 2, 1, go! Missed idle.
That was nuts. I overtook more than half the pack in less than 25 seconds. This was the best start I could have hoped for. The game was going easy on me. I knew it wasn't going to go that easy on me. This was becoming concerning. Any second now. Something was going to go wrong. I was sure of it. Even at this last stretch, my guard stayed up. That last run left me beside myself a bit.
Oh shit, here we go again.
3, 2, 1, go!
I was just hoping to get lucky with those 2 rockets. Persistence wasn't welcome. That was almost clean. So far, I couldn't tell if this was going to be good or bad. That was an incredible shot. Not bad, but not good either. Good first run, I'll say that much. 2, talk about hair close. Using a turbo at the top of that hill like I usually do does require some thought. Otherwise, crap like that can happen. While on that subject, using a turbo going uphill isn't really advised. You saw what happened back there. That made me furious. At least I got back what I worked hard for in no time at all. But this little victory was worth nothing in the end. Just weaved right around that guy. Okay, using a turbo uphill can be a 50-50 result. Fucking prick. I wasn't in a good position, but this was fixable. With those two in my sights, I was more than eager to chase them down. A rare case of good timing. I'd finished fourth twice. I could feel myself getting more motivated. That was nicely done for the most part. I think I messed that up a bit. Despite a few slip-ups on my part, things were going well, but not well enough. Don't know what the point of that was. I dread to guess how that could have gone anyways. I thought I was clear of that. At this stage, the best thing I could do was head my bets. Finally got the jump on that bastard, or bitch in this case. There's a reason I cut bits out of races sometimes. That start and the bass drop in the song were more or less in sync. I gush over stuff like that. It's a me thing. There was no way to avoid that. Same position as before. I knew it was a matter of time before I close in on 5th, which I eventually did, but I couldn't close the gap yet again. The motivation from earlier became finite at this point. It looked like this was going to end the same way it did before. Now that's more like it. Two opponents heading the same way I am. Joy. That all happened so fast. I'd finally had some luck. I had to seriously concentrate now. Those two weren't about to rob me of this. Going into lap 3, I felt confident I had everything under control, but this wasn't over yet. These collisions were making me nervous. I was almost home free. I could not believe it. I beat the odds. This was going to be tough. That much I knew. But if I could beat the odds once, maybe I could do it again.
3, 2, 1,
I thought this suited Erido's form more, hence the change in music. Truth be told, I'd much rather use music from the game itself, but I can't. That outcome was better than I expected. Textbook. I should have waited until we got out of the tunnel to use that. For a split second, I thought that missed. This was going rather well. I felt like I was in with a chance if I just stayed focused. This little development threw a spanner in the works. That didn't go terribly, so it was good enough for me. Not even 10 seconds in, and I was hitting problems. It looked like the one in front of me managed to get stupidly far ahead in no time at all. Now that was a needle thread. I had a lot of work to do. I'd completely lost sight of the one in front of me again. It's like they vanished in the blink of an eye despite being right in front of me. I didn't need this shit, that's for sure. This situation was getting rather annoying. About time, if you ask me. I hate when so much time gets wasted dealing with those at the back of the pack. That's responsible for a significant amount of my losses. This didn't look good. Almost had fourth again. This run was the worst of the bunch. Took 7th, got 6th some time later, and that's how the race ended. Good start, but would it be enough? Almost had that dickhead. couldn't really make any comments about this run so far, given my crap track record here. That wanker behind me needed to fuck right off. That time around, it wasn't deliberate. I knew that wasn't going to work, so why did I do it? Fire all the things. I'm so glad that paid off. Some people. This was it. Time to bring it home. Was I nervous? Extremely. A huge smile spread across my face. I did it. I broke the trend, so to speak.
Attention! This video is being interrupted to deliver a quick message. This video will now transition to normal commentary, now returning you to the action.
I didn't know what to think about this. Almost had me, you cheeky tosser. That shot was danger close. It looked like the battle for 5th place was going to be more of a pain in the ass than I thought. He's hoping I could keep 5th this time. That was evil. Last thing you want here is to miss the ramps at the other end of the gaps. I was getting slightly annoyed, but that wasn't going to stop me. Truth be told, I didn't have high hopes about the outcome this time around. Deploying mines in midair can be a bit pointless sometimes. It really is just a coin toss. I think that mistake was on me. This wasn't looking good so far, but there was a bit of hope. On Terramax, it's actually quite easy to catch up compared to somewhere like Silverstream. Usually, anyway. Okay, credit where credit's due, that was actually quite clever. I'd managed to make something of a comeback, but I was worried it wouldn't be enough. This crap certainly wasn't helping. What exactly happened there? That was sloppy even by my standards. What goes around comes around, dickhead. This guy was getting on my nerves pretty fucking quickly. Cheers for the extra boost, mate. Why am I not surprised by something like that? This guy was annoying me more than he normally does. That pissed me right off. This looked to be beyond salvaging. The opposition were really testing my patience this time. What a fucking mess. I won't lie, that was slightly risky. That was a knee-jerk decision, but I didn't have a choice. One lap in and things were going well, but I wasn't going to use that as an excuse to get cocky. One lap to go and it was everything to race for. The pressure was definitely mounting. This wasn't good. This I wasn't expecting. Made me more nervous about the outcome though. I was so glad when this was over. I had to proper fight for that. Ay, ay, ay.
3, 2, 1, go!
I thought it would take a lot longer for 6th place to hove into view. So far this wasn't looking good, but I was determined to push through despite the odds. Just when I thought I was never going to see 5th. Didn't see anything else though.
3, 2, 1, go!
Once more, I didn't have a choice with that one. Like that wasn't going to slow down my efforts to catch up to the rest of the pack. It did.
Attention! This video is being interrupted to deliver a quick message. This video will now transition to text-to-speech commentary, now returning you to the action.
3, 2, 1, go!
This had gone rather well so far. My confidence grew, and then it vanished.
3, 2, 1, go!
Were it not for this, I would have cut most of the race out like always. At this stage, I had 5th secured. But the progression was more slower this time around, and that's more important than you'd think. I hit that guy, but from the looks of it, he didn't slow down, and I didn't see a shield. Question of the hour. If I managed to snag 4th, would I be able to snag 3rd?
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, I had more than enough time to reach the top 3 this time. Would I be able to?
3, 2, 1, go!
strong start, but not strong enough. The same bloody thing happened on this run too. This was very bad.
3, 2, 1, go!
Rocket. Rocket. Missile. 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 Rocket.
I do not know how that happened. That was sheer dumb luck, not to mention a first for me. This didn't look like it was going to end well.
3, 2, 1, go!
Missile.
I was at a loss for words. This was another first. The surprises came in all shapes and sizes, from back-to-back losses, to beating the odds twice, to getting top 3 finishes in the last 2 attempts. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it now. Though this started off rubbish, things drastically improved towards the end, and I couldn't be more happy with the result. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and watching an episode that more than lived up to its name. I hope you've been enjoying coming on this journey with me so far. If so, that means a lot. Many more trials stand before me and the goal. Until next time, bye for now.